Hi, it's DeAnna with Living Brooks Yoga and Wellness, here to talk to you for a couple minutes about balance. Balance is so important in your life in all areas. Work-life balance, fun, work, home. So many things that we have to manage. Seems like the days are getting shorter and the list of to-dos is getting longer. So when it comes to balance, I guess the best thing I can say is that it requires awareness, and seems like the two should always go hand in hand. But sometimes I know I have not really faced the truth. I haven't been honest with myself about certain areas at different times in my life. And that has been one thing that yoga has definitely helped me with. I think when you really sit with yourself, to get with yourself and take, even if it's 5 minutes a day, and breathe and really allow yourself to slow down and relax, you really can learn a lot about yourself. And that seems like, why do we need to learn about ourselves? Well, for some reason, it's something we're not taught in school, how important it is to take a minute to sit with yourself and get with yourself. So when it comes to balance, I think awareness is one of the biggest keys. You have to realize that we all have filters, whether we admit it or not. All have biases, and there's a reason for them, and to a certain extent, like everything else, or like most other things, it's a good reason. We can't go through life, totally have to analyze everything from scratch, from the ground up all the time. So we do have certain biases where we can assume certain things. We can assume if we walk into a grocery store, we're going to be able to buy groceries. We don't have to sit in the parking lot and go through a whole process to deduce as to whether or not a grocery store has groceries. However, sometimes our filters that we accumulate through life, through our own personal life experiences, sometimes they make us biased and we don't even realize it. So I guess the little lesson here today is being able to be aware enough of yourself to be able to be honest with yourself. Finding balance is a really important key, especially when it comes to your own self-power. And when I talk about self-power, it really typically comes down to self-care, because a lot of times in order for us to take care of ourselves, it seems like we need to assert ourselves. So when it comes to balance, if we're not aware that we're out of balance, we don't know that we need to get back in balance. And if we don't understand that moderation is the key, then those are things we need to learn. That is another thing, being a lifelong learner and being open to things. If you have an area in your life where you struggle a lot, listen to the counsel of wise people. But once again, for balance, you need to be aware, you need to be honest with yourself, you need to really look at situations, and empathy is key too. Try and occasionally put yourself in another person's shoes. I mean, really, really step into their life for a minute. And I think that is another thing that helps us remain balanced as well. So thank you for your time. This has been DeAnna from Living Brooks, my little snippet on balance. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace out.